The role of the winger has evolved considerably over the history of football. In the past, they were meant to embrace the touchline, dribble past their opposing fullback and supply a cross for the centre forward to attack. Nowadays, they're expected not only to operate as a wide forward, but they also have their share of defensive responsibilities to perform as well, tracking back to make an extra man in midfield. Make sure to watch to the end of the video as we go through the top 10 left wingers in football history. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get the latest updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Francisco Gento. Paco Gento was voted the greatest Spanish footballer of the 20th century and is the only player to have won the European Cup 6 times. He appeared in 8 finals in all, a record he shares with Paolo Maldini. He was an extremely fast, orthodox left winger who played for Real Madrid between 1953 and 1971, when they not only dominated Spanish football, but were the leading side in the early days of European competition, winning the European Cup the first 5 times that it was staged. Gento won 12 La Liga titles with Real, which is another record. Number 9. Gigi Riva. Riva was the pin-up of Italian football in the 1960s and initially came to prominence as a left winger, but would often cut inside in order to strike on goal, meaning that he would later be deployed in a more central role. Nicknamed the Roar of Thunder, he was a one-club man with Cagliari, helping them win promotion to the top flight and then captain the club to the only Serie A title in their history in 69-70. That was the same season that he reached the World Cup final with Italy, although they lost to the great Pelé-inspired Brazil side. Riva remains Italy's all-time leading international goalscorer and is remembered for his speed, strength, bravery, powerful left foot and composure in front of goal. Number 8. Zoltan Chibor. Chibor was a member of the mighty Magyars Hungarian team that revolutionised the way that football was played in the aftermath of the Second World War. He won Olympic gold in 1952 and was a runner-up in the World Cup final in '54 when West Germany pulled off the miracle of Boer. He was noted for having a powerful shot, good pace and excellent ball control. Left-footed, he tended to play on the wing, although he could also play as a central striker. Like many of his generation, he fled to Spain after the Hungarian uprising in 1956 and played for both Barcelona and Espanyol. Number 7. George Best. Although Best had the ability to play almost anywhere on the pitch, it was on the left wing he excelled. Regarded as one of the greatest dribblers of all time, he had pace, skill, balance, vision and creativity, combined with goal-scoring ability and a knack for producing the unexpected. With Bobby Charlton and Dennis Law, he formed a triumvirate that helped propel Manchester United to 2 league titles and become the first English side to win the European Cup. He won the Ballon d'Or in 1966 and was regarded as one of the greatest players of his era. Many feel he could and probably should have achieved more in the game had he not focused so much on extracurricular activities. Number 6. Ryan Giggs. Despite the current difficulties he faces in his private life, Giggs will be remembered by many as one of the finest players to have ever appeared in the Premier League era, and his goal in the 1999 FA Cup semi-final replay has been recently voted as the finest in the history of the competition. One of a handful of men to have made over 1,000 career appearances, no player has pulled on the shirt of Manchester United more than Giggs. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, the Welshman won 13 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cups and 2 Champions League titles. He also holds the record for the most goals by a British player in the Champions League and was the first United player to score 100 Premier League goals. Number 5. Rob Rensenbrink. Rensenbrink was a creative and stylish player who earned himself the nickname the Snake Man because of his ability to dribble past opponents. He was part of the Dutch side that lost in successive World Cup finals in 1974 and 78. But had his shot in the last minute of normal time not deflected onto the post, it would have been the Netherlands, not Argentina, who would have lifted the trophy in Buenos Aires. Domestically, he enjoyed his greatest successes in Belgian football with Anderlecht, winning 2 league titles, 3 Belgian Cups and the European Cup Winners' Cup on 2 occasions. He holds the all-time scoring record in that competition, a record which will almost certainly stand the test of time. Number 4. Franck Ribery. Despite being 39, Ribery is still playing and joined Serie A side Salernitana in September 2021. But it was with Bayern Munich that he had his greatest success. In 12 seasons with them, he won 10 Meisterschale, 6 German Cups and the Champions League, scoring 124 goals in 425 games. He played for France at senior level 81 times and was a runner-up with them in the World Cup final in 2006. A fast, tricky and excellent dribbler, he's an example of a player who is primarily right-footed but prefers to play on the left because that is where he finds the most freedom on the pitch. It worked well with Arjen Robben on the other flank when the two weren't injured of course, forming the formidable Ribery double act that helped Bayern win the treble in 2013. Number 3. Rivolino. Rivolino was one of the stars of the Brazil team that won the World Cup in 1970 and was famed for his bending free kicks, long-range shooting, excellent passing ability, close control, feints and dribbling. Diego Maradona, another left-footed player, always cited him as one of his greatest inspirations when he was growing up. He played 92 times for Brazil, scoring 26 goals, while the majority of his domestic career was spent with Corinthians. And what about that moustache? Number 2. Neymar. Neymar is one of only 3 players to have scored at least 100 goals for 3 different clubs. Renowned for his pace, playmaking skills and shooting ability, plus his impressive array of tricks, he possesses excellent close control and vision. Part of the Barcelona team that won 5 trophies in the 2014-15 season, including the league title and Champions League, he has since won 10 domestic trophies with PSG. And at number 1, it's Ronaldinho. Although Ronaldinho played in a variety of positions, he was arguably at his best as a left winger. Naturally right-footed, he was often employed as an inverted winger on the other side and would frequently drift into the number 10 role as well. One of the most technically gifted and creative players of all time, he was known for his flair, creativity, exceptional first touch and ability to dribble and feint. An equally fantastic dead ball specialist, he won the Ballon d'Or twice, helped Brazil win the World Cup in 2002 and helped Barcelona win 2 league titles and the Champions League. That was our list for today, but of course there are loads of players that we may have missed in this list. And the likes of Pavel Nedved, Eden Hazard and Hristo Stoichkov definitely deserve mentions. Anyone else you think we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.